Nigga, I'm on. Nigga, I'm loaded. You already know. I really out here zoning.
Oh, fuck it up, bro. Hey, we have no rights to this content. Oh shit, the nigga got a switch out, bro.
Nigga, your breath is hot over here, nigga. You think it's hot in this? It's your motherfucking breath hovering over to me, nigga. That's how you breathe. I'm like, ah, shit. Every time you breathe, I gotta fucking swipe my fucking face, nigga. If fucking acid coming my way, nigga.
Okay, first off, the reason why you so hot.
Okay, but the nigga said never on game. You trying to fight, nigga. You trying to
do too much rain. Swear to God, I'm trying to eat. I'm having hunger pains. Don't let my brother up that thing. He got that curry range. Shit sound like me when the chopper sing. I can't let him cross me like I'm Gary Payton. Been fighting these demons, get off me, Satan. I shit up it, nah, fuck it, I can't keep debating. Slide on them like these beats and I ain't in skating. These niggas say they brothers, but ain't no relation. How you say that you my nigga, but you pump faking? I know who my nigga.
Alright, thanks for tuning in to the episode. Don't do that, chat. Hey, if you clicking in, you tuning in right now, I need you to hit that like button. We need to get some likes. Hey, this is supporting our channel growing, alright? Hit that like button. As always, this is Darteez, aka Teez.
This is M80.
Damo. There's money, ma'am, to the bag, yeah. First flight, yeah. Yeah, still me.
First flight, what? What are you talking about? What the fuck?
I think it's a prostitute. Alright, so what we getting into?
What we getting into today?
I guess the first time we talk about is the Lakers game. Anybody see the Lakers game?
I watched the game. It's a wrap.
So
Lakers went up 3-1. To be honest with you, the Heat are good and they got some key makers on there, but when you got the GOAT James on the other side and they see y'all they just not prepared for like AD and LeBron together is like they just not built for it. Bam Biyombo, whatever his name is. Butler, but they all built role players. They not star power.
He played today. He did play today.
He did.
I think he had a cool game. Yeah. But the whole point is he's just not ready. The second best player is Hero, and Hero's
the second best player, Dragic. See, he underrated.
But he injured. Dragic's injured today, so I can't count him. I'm talking about what's going on now. So Hero taking the second role, and Butler and Hero's it can't compare with LeBron and AD. So it's over. They went up 3-1, but it was a good game. But it's a wrap.
I seen a couple lickets and splickets. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, they just I'm not a Lakers fan, bro. But if there's one thing I gotta say about the Lakers, bro, they better not ever lose when they put on the Mamba jerseys, bro. That's all I gotta say.
So you think they're gonna win the next game?
RP Kobe.
They might as well, bro. They might as well, bro. Because this championship is definitely for Kobe, bro.
Well, it's over 5 or 6. It's not going 7 no matter what. He might fight back the last game of Cardi, so there's a one good win because they played this game really close, but it's not going to 7 no matter what. Yeah, so they win it. It's 5 or 6. I'm gonna be honest.
And that goes.
I'll put $1 down for
Game 7.
Game 7.
Oh, we can bet it. It ain't no Game 7.
I bet
put $1 on it.
I put 100 on it.
And 25 push-ups, 50 push-ups.
That's nothing.
It's good. Come on, better than that then. It's good. That's on camera.
I bet 100.
100 push-ups.
$100.
Nigga, I said I bet $1.
All right.
And you're getting that shit at pennies.
But all right, see that kind of goes into the next little thing I want to lead into. Do we take LeBron James for granted? Y'all feel like is he underrated?
I say yes and no at the same time, bro. Because if there's one thing I say about LeBron, bro, like no doubt in my mind, LeBron is definitely one of the greatest athletes that has played the sport of basketball of all time. But what we're not gonna say is he's the greatest as far as statistical wise. Because if you say like he's the greatest, you obviously have to put an asterisk by it, like the greatest athlete. Because greatest player, bro, to me, that defines wins and championships and what you've done. And Jordan has set that bar, and that's the bar I uphold. There's no bringing that shit down. There's no pushing that shit up, bro.
But so wouldn't Bill Russell be the GOAT then?
Huh?
If you're going off for rings and championship, wouldn't Bill Russell be?
Yeah, Bill Russell. But I'm just saying, I'm talking about like popularity wise. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a combination of two. So it's just not just stats. It's like you said, it's rings and championship plus popularity.
Yeah, gotta be.
But you think because Bill Russell played in like the 60s and 70s, he didn't get that popularity?
Bill Russell would get fucking blacked in this eternity, bro.
He probably
in this era.
Don't disrespect Bill Russell.
Most of the players,
GOAT.
The old players like Larry Bird. Now he getting sauced up in his area. Larry Bird is Robinson off the Heat in his area.
Larry Bird would have been. Larry Bird would have been still doing his thing. I think.
He's too slow.
He would be good, bro. But I'm just saying,
bro.
bro. I don't think that would be thriving like the game is today, bro. Because if I don't give a fuck what anybody says, bro. Some of these people on offense, like for example, Kyrie Irving, bro. There is no defense that is stopping that shit, bro. You can play stellar defense on that shit, but and still get your ass beat. I mean, yeah.
They shot you back in the day. You drop to that rim, you get an uppercut.
Well, yeah. I mean, shit. There is that, but shit. If we're just talking about,
he wouldn't be able to play in there back then. I don't think
he'd be like a spotted shooter. Like that's how he had to be like a Steve Kerr.
He had to be on the bench. Yeah, like a Steve Kerr.
But to go back into your question, bro, we take LeBron for granted. Like I kind of a little bit of my Johnny said yes and no. So I say yes because some people do downplay LeBron greatness and what he did for the league, and not just on the court but off the court. But also say no because at the same time, all the people hating on him, he got the opposite fan base. Everybody just, oh my God, he's just the best thing walking. So I think he's at where he's supposed to be at. You know, any great person gonna have push and pull. So he got a good push and pull. We all know, if you sit down and talk to anybody, they all know LeBron is top tier basketball player, and not just this generation, but in the history of basketball. But like I said, he does have flaws in his game.
No, you're fine.
But it could be the teams he went against, but also it's been moments when he pooped the bed, like. You know, it's some losses he can't excuse, like when he lost to Dallas.
Yeah.
When he lost to Spurs the first go around, like stuff like that. Like he wasn't supposed to lose those.
He wasn't supposed to probably get swept.
Even when he lost when he lost the Warriors that time, the first time when he gets the Warriors before pre-KD, like he low-key supposed to beat those Warriors too.
In a sense, it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it from like a paper standpoint, players like because the Warriors. Like right now, I feel like the Lakers and the Heat was the two best teams in the bubbles. Like, did they have the most talent? Nah, I wouldn't say that. But they was the best, like, overall teams. You feel me? So in a sense, like, the best teams do always kind of make it and end up winning. Feel me?
No, because the Clippers were supposed to go further.
They wasn't the best team, though. They had the best talent. They wasn't the best team. Think about it. If y'all,
but that's why LeBron is great. Because LeBron, when you put him on, it doesn't. LeBron makes the team the best team. He only failed once. The only time he failed was last year when he was injured and this shit. He couldn't put the team together. But LeBron makes your team. If you give LeBron one other good player, he'll make the rest of the people perform. Yeah. He just needs that one. He's Batman. And he needs a Robin.
No facts, but I'm still facts. But I'm saying as far as like everybody, like from the top guy to the bottom guy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like where them teams where you got starters hanging out with bench players that's not even playing. Like those type of teams, like they be gelling. They have a good, like in a sense, better chemistry. And chemistry in the bubble, in a sense, right now, championship runs do play a part.
I feel like basketball kind of already had that chemistry because basketball's a small
not
team.
Always. It looked like that. It looked like that, but not always. Because I feel like on our team we didn't have it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we was good, and there was other people that was good, but like as a whole, we was not. You feel me?
But like with my college team, like it was some people that wasn't like top tier players, but they'll be with the other players. Like at U of A basketball, that's a top D1 basketball school. But like I said, it does play different being on your role. But LeBron, but what's cool about LeBron is LeBron treats everybody equal. That's one thing I say about him. Like he makes it work.
You don't know what that man doing.
At least from the outside looking in. Okay, I don't even speak from the outside.
I could be saying James Jones is his main man, and he don't get no run. And
James Jones got like 3 rings because of LeBron. He kept LeBron was like, he fuck with you like JR. If he like you, he'll keep putting you on. That's what's cool about him. He's like he's really for his friends. Like he made his friends multi-millionaires. Like he put you on opportunities. Like, right, hey, I got this going on. Hey, you with me? I'm LeBron. You good? Like, that shit happened with Richard Jefferson. Jefferson said something like, "Jefferson, you cool? They won't fire you because you my friend." Like he meant that. Like people, he bring LeBron. Like he meant that. Like he know he hold weight in this industry. Like when LeBron wants something, people want to please LeBron because they know where LeBron go, people follow.
The King
James. You got to know this back. The chosen one. He know what's going on
early. Touch on young LeBron, you feel me? You know for sure got you a couple of dubs in there.
You was watching the game, man.
Yeah, but y'all said it all, bro. We know LeBron's the great. Like you feel me? Like
so.
Or am I skipping shit? Nah. Mental health. It was mental health, but I don't want to touch too deep on it because I kind of do want to have like a little separate shit later on. But you feel me? Mental health. All right. If your mental health doesn't affect your, my bad. The question was, does your mental health affect your career?
My answer to that is absolutely, bro. Because mental health is a bigger issue than what a lot of people see it as. Simply because, let's just take a look at right now, for example, COVID. COVID has been going on ever since March, where it was a lockdown, and essentially we're still in lockdown, but people don't obey it. But do you know how many suicides there's been? How many people who have been going through probably domestic violence with their spouse or their husband? It's just, there's so much shit that's going in because people are no longer able to get out, you know? And then some people, I know a lot of people suffer from depression and they feel lonely. And when they feel lonely and then, damn, I can't go anywhere, I can't hang out with nobody, gotta be standing, like that shit takes a huge toll. And so like shit, if you gotta go to work and say if you go to a job that you hate, but you have to work it because you gotta pay the bills, like that's really fucking with your mental health. Like, damn, I have a shitty job, I can't even see my friends, like shit, I'm fucking lonely, I got a shitty life, like shit, nobody really thinks about that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, just having this loneliness factor because of the quarantine is definitely an effect of mental health on someone's career, you know.
I think it depends on the career, but I can't really touch too much on mental illness. Like I understand it, but I'm one of them people. I really don't have mental illness, at least at this point in my life.
Or you just don't know.
Or I don't know I have mental illness. At that point too, like I don't feel depression. I don't feel any like pain and stuff like that. But I feel like it can affect you in a negative way. If you're depressed and stuff like that, you don't want to go into work. You want to do things. You don't want to be social. And you just kind of, when you can't see nobody, you have people checking up on you because everybody's quarantined anyway. But on the flip side of you, I feel like some of the most creative people got mental health. Like, you know, Kanye definitely got some mental health issues.
Oh, absolutely.
He also, like, the reason he might be so successful because he got mental health, but he just see things in different ways that we can see it. So it's kind of like having people that's like dyslexic or has like Down syndrome. Sometimes they have special abilities. So I'm gonna say mental illness is equivalent to Down syndrome. I'm just saying it can be sometimes could lead you to some other, like that dark path can lead you to write horror movies or this and that because you see different stuff from different angles than the casual person like me who like, it is what it is type of person. So that's what I'll say.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely feel like mental health affects you. You feel me, in the workforce, but I also feel like it depends on to what degree, like to what illness you have, basically, because.
And that's basically like the next question in the sense, like how do you know it's affecting your life or your career? You know what I'm saying? Like some might say your career and your mental health have nothing to do with each other. You know what I'm saying? Some might say it have everything to do with each other. But like for example,
yeah, I think it definitely correlates for sure because if you're going through shit at home, whether you want people to notice or not, when you go to work. That's your second home. You at work just as much as you're at home. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, or more sometimes. So in saying that, like if I go to work every day and you go to work every day, I'm starting to know you. You feel me as well. You and this job as well as I know my house. So I could tell when something is off. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, you was just happy all week, nigga. Now you been here moping, nigga, mean as fuck. What's up, man? What's good? You feel me? So and then like. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. It definitely correlates. You feel me?
But I mean, if you talking about your spouse, what's because your dick ain't got weak?
Hey, I don't know, bro.
Well, no, I get you saying like it correlates, bro. Like they said, like that's what they say. Don't keep working home separated, but also you keep your mental health and like work separated because it can roll over. Like you go, if you do down and depressed when you go to work, it's kind of hard to pick yourself up. You can't pick it for a little bit, maybe a day or two, but it's gonna show. If only way people don't notice it is people really mess with you like that or talk to you like that. So okay, I don't really care down. He looking a little down, whatever. But you know somebody is like I talk to you all the time. You got a certain energy with you, and one day you down. Like man, what's going on with you? So it can't help you. You can be less productive. You can be less motivated, and you're not doing the little things to perform. So
and I also feel like work can help your mental health because it's like
sometimes
going to work and talking to people could be like a therapy. You feel me? You venting.
But I mean, not everybody out there has a job that's able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not.
There's definitely some jobs out there where it's just like, damn, you got to be nice to all these customers. You got to deal with like rude people. You know what I mean?
But most jobs you got to deal with rude people. I deal with people all the time, but it just, but it could. Like, so you got mental illness. You got to be depressing. Then somebody badger you with some stuff like, bro. I don't got time for this. I'm fighting doing this. I got my own issues. I see your issue. I got my own issues.
You think I get the strap, bro?
Not the job. I ain't with the job. We can go down to P2 with no cameras. Remember that.
Yeah. Okay. So the question was, how do y'all feel about the hollow earth theory?
What's the hollow earth theory?
That shit is mentally retarded.
You think that shit's stupid?
Yep.
So you really do believe in like the earth is a circle or a flat earth? What you? I'm just asking.
The earth is a sphere. I don't believe
the
the
earth
is
is
flat.
definitely a fucking sphere, bro.
The fucking planet is filled with it has a fucking core that is hot as shit, bro.
How do you know? Because you were speaking very
science, bro. I took fucking my classes, bro.
I took science too. I might not have taken it to that degree.
It was my major.
I took science in college and I was fucking.
I took
environmental
astrology, bro. I know all
Oh,
about
yeah,
the
for
story
sure.
of space.
But so did you get any like samples from this hot core or any like what proof
How the
do
hell
we
you supposed to
have
get
that
samples from a hot
oh,
core?
what proof do we have that there's a core?
Okay, the proof is, let's think about it.
Understand?
Even though nobody's fucking been there because you would fucking die, let's think about it. Where the fuck does lava come from?
It probably is a hot. That is a very good one. Where does water come from? Where does water come from?
Wait, so you saying
We're a water planet.
Wait, time out. So you saying lava is deep enough is touching deep enough to touch the core there?
Okay, let me ask you this question. Do you ever walk around and you just see lava flowing somewhere?
But if some shit is hot down on the
Yes,
bottom,
nigga,
some
if you
shit
in
is
Hawaii,
pressing
nigga,
up,
if
baby,
you
you know what I'm saying? That
volcanoes,
could be
is
a
that-
combustion.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me ask you about
Combustion,
this.
nigga.
What about earthquakes?
That don't have what that got to do with fire?
Huh?
What that got to do with?
I'm talking about the earth being a sphere and you're saying it being flat. What about earthquakes?
But I'm just saying, what are we saying? You just debunking. That's my problem with people. You feel me? Y'all be telling all these things that are told from us that we've been taught.
So okay, so we're talking about the hollow earth sphere.
No,
right?
I'm not saying that's even true, nigga. I'm just saying
What
where
are
we
you saying?
Bro, I'm just speculating. I just want to start a conversation, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
You can't remember that shit.
I remember that nigga, bro. I wish I had that nigga handles, boy. Oh God, I wouldn't be sitting here with you motherfuckers, bro. Like, that's Gary fucking T. But anyways,
But I will say this though. I will back down the situation.
if I had Kyrie Irving handles, bro, I'll be with y'all, bro.
No, but I'll back you up on this.
Fuck you, nigga. I wouldn't be over here then anyways, nigga. Salty ass, nigga.
That's me. I'm about to back you up, bro. I'm about to put you all some knowledge real quick. What Dom is saying is, how do we actually know? Because back in the days before this, Isaac Newton thought that our Earth was the center of the universe. Mm-hmm. But we realized then they thought it was the sun. They realized we just a part of the galaxy, this and that. It's more the universe. It's limitless. So what we know now could hold false in the future. But for what we know now, we know we have a core. We know we're like a pebble or a grain of sand compared to the universe. We're small. And we realize that we really ain't shit compared to what's going on out in the universe itself. In relativity to Earth, we're important. Everybody's important. But to the universe, we're not important at all. No,
that's facts.
So that's why people like pressure that care for life and this and that. We're going on. If the whole human race, Earth was to get destroyed.
But this is the same person that don't believe in aliens.
I believe in aliens.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say we're not talking about because how we prove.
No, we ain't gonna talk about that shit. Yeah,
I mean, it's a reason why I clowned it, but I believe in aliens. If we were here, if we are made somehow, I believe there's aliens out there. It's just statistics.
Absolutely.
It's a law of averages. The fact that we were made.
Like, but I don't mean to cut you off, bro. But my thing is about this. When people say it's like I don't believe in aliens, they're like, okay, motherfucker. How in the fuck are there humans? How the fuck are there monkeys? How are there giraffes, dogs, sharks, fish,
That's crazy you just
octopus,
said that.
jellyfish?
They believe it's like what they say, 130, or I'm gonna keep it simple because I don't know all that number. But they say it's at least 4 different known species of human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You got like Neanderthals. That's what we are.
no, that's not what we are.
Oh no, we're not.
That's
Neanderthal. We're Homo sapiens.
That's not what we are either.
No, you're in the damn.
What the fuck? We're not Homo sapiens. What are we?
Shit. Now
Homo sapiens, bro.
Now that's diving into something
God.
else, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
What are we down, bro?
My bad.
Look at the camera.
They
I want you to look at the
we-
camera and say this.
Bro, we're fucking Homo sapiens. I know we are,
we
bro.
could be descendants from the Anakni tribe. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not all the way versed on that shit. Don't quote me on. Look, you looking befuddled, my brother. That's good.
This nigga been doing
Niggas
satanic
still-
rituals
let me
in
take
the
you
fucking
some
corner of his
history,
room, bro.
Quit playing me, yeah.
That nigga got a stain in his corner on the Dark Souls.
He said we're not Homo sapiens, so what are we?
Nigga, we are alright, bro. I was just watching the debate on this shit too, bro. Just watching the debate on this shit, bro. They was talking about basically the what was they saying? The descendants of Noah, or you feel me? That came from the Caucasus Mountains, all of that shit, bro. They the descendants of, bro. What did you say? Homo sapiens and all of that shit. Yeah, that ain't us, bro. We've been you feel me on planet Earth for over 6,000 years, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? In our origination, where did we come from?
So are you an Israelite?
That's not the same thing. No, I'm not.
All right.
No,
So you saying like, oh, Oh, so you saying, I get what you're trying to say, like, we're not Homo sapiens, white people are Homo sapiens. But then we create white people? Then like originate with Africans?
And that's why I'm at right now in the research. No, not technically, bro.
So we done made white people. No. So white people aren't evolution of black people.
They could be, bro. That's what I'm saying.
So if they are, then we're Homo sapiens. Then.
I'm like, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
My question is for y'all and for myself too, and for y'all out there. You want to go ahead and comment?
I'm nervous for this nigga for that.
How do we know that history is true?
Exactly.
You don't know.
All we know
is that winners write history.
But whose history are we talking about? Are we talking about like receipts, proof? You get what I'm trying to say? Or are we talking about history things that they taught us in school, the books?
I'm talking about all of the above. I'm talking about anything and everything that has to do with the timeline that is like a significant event for us to have known about it as a human race.
All right.
And something that's popular. You feel me?
You could look up the
certain shit.
My bad. Go ahead. I'm trying to.
Come on, details up.
Something I was gonna say on it is certain shit is documented that we can tell by. You feel me? In history, we got fossils. We can tell by.
Yeah. I don't question that.
Pyramids.
But I'm talking about
history is left behind. You get what I'm saying?
But my primary focus is pretty much on the conspiracy part. It's not as far as like, oh, how do we evolve, shit like that. I'm talking about like the hearsay as far as like Greek mythology and fucking like the Egyptians and fucking how the fuck were the Egyptians able to move water upstream without the technology that we have today.
And that's basically what I'm on right now. I'm studying all of that shit.
And then just
aliens,
think about,
bro. Them niggas Egyptians were the first one to get contact by aliens.
Yep. Now that's.
I knew you agreed that shit. I knew you agreed that.
I'm trying to tell you.
I knew you. Like the statues with the faces, like nobody know how they got there. You know what I'm talking about?
the tikis?
The Manchu something statue. Nobody know how they got there.
Oh yeah. Huh?
It's something with an M, right? They're like those smack.
Nah, I'm talking about those tikis that are like out there, and it's just like how
in the middle of nowhere.
Like,
I know what you're talking about. I feel like we just looking at that shit. We would do all with this nigga.
Nigga, our fault for not having the names of this shit on deck.
On Easter Island.
Oh yeah. Easter Island. There you go. Easter. Okay, that made me on that shit, bro.
That'll be alien.
Come on, man.
But anyway,
Area 51.
If you don't know what that is, basically the gist of it is there's large stones out there that are like many times over, like many tons,
500 tons. They said.
Like an insane amount of weight, and they're trying to figure out how the fuck the people back in the day moved those stones to put them in those exact positions, because even with today's technology, it would take some massive fucking effort.
And there's no drag marks on the island.
Yeah, there's no drag
They said
marks.
there's no trees, bruh, on the island. So they said they was like, it befuddles the scientists. They don't understand how they were able to like make a whatever the little technology they make today to where you're able to lift a lever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There was no tools that you got for them to be like, oh, this is what they did.
But here's my conspiracy as far as like my personal conspiracy.
Man,
I feel like we learned, like the technology we have today, I feel like it was stemmed because somebody was taught from alien technology, bro. And the reason why I say that is because like in the way that we are advancing from, time to time, compared to evolution. Compared to evolution, that shit is insanely fast, bro.
It's like crazy though.
That shit is insanely
fast. That's the
fast.
thing. I think we looking at it like in a human's perspective, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Like we came from nothing from so long that it's crazy that it just jumped off now. But if you look at it, just like, you feel me, anything, bro. Just how like we treat this YouTube shit, bro. We said, you feel me, it start off slow, and then once it start kicking, you feel me, everything start. So when they found electricity, you get what I'm saying? Like certain shit that got found made all type of shit happen faster, bro.
You was a smart ass
feel
person,
me?
but I see why you might relate to me, but you was smart. Bro? That's how indie working like, bro.
What's the counter is, okay, why don't we have dogs talking? Why don't we have elephants?
We don't have anybody talking right now.
But these are animals that was on Earth the same time as us. Elephants, sharks, all type of things.
Why they don't all make the same sound?
What you mean?
Nigga, it's all different creatures.
But they saying, okay, but they talking about we the only animals. They saying we the only mammals that had that brain, our brain mass. Yeah, when we had
dolphins.
Yeah, well, dolphins. Yeah,
they already were smart. We're not talking about that. We don't know if they developed or not.
Some birds can talk English. It depends on your tongue.
Yeah,
like monkeys got, they don't have tongues. It depends on how you evolved and where you need it. humans because we don't have anything that puts us above any
And
animal.
that's saying, what
So we
was it
needed
that
our
did
brains.
that?
So
That's
our brains
backwards.
evolved.
They not,
That's-
what was
thank
it
you.
that did that, bro?
Thank you. Thank you.
What was it that did
That did that. That's
They had multiple
thought.
theories. They got theories.
What
They
was
said
it that did anything? That's the
Evolution.
thing, bro. Yes, bro. We don't know what created what, nigga. That's
But
like
if
saying
you
what
are-
made a lion like a
But
lion.
if you are what you are,
Evolution,
nigga, what,
yes.
if you are what you are, what makes you say,
Like, you know, a
I'm
whale,
talking something
a whale,
different today.
like a whale used to be a land animal.
What you
made
mean
him
I'm
go to the
talking-
water?
how do we know that? That's not, I don't even know if that's even proven.
Ooh, fossils.
Bro,
DNA evidence.
before we even start jumping to the fact that there was
That
concrete
shit amazing,
100%
that type of
facts,
shit. I
bro,
agree
can
with
we
you.
talk about the fact that we haven't even explored over 90% of our own ocean, and we know more
Yeah, I
about
know.
space than we do our
Yeah,
own
why can't we
ocean?
touch
I
the
know.
bottom, bro?
Like, bro, like there is a whole lot of history that is uncovered.
Megadon?
Because look, I took a class
I
called
heard that
oceanography,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
I took a class called oceanography. Well, basically, I studied everything on oceanography. So you want to hear an interesting fact? I mean, you can fact check me. I'm probably gonna be off, but I mean, my summary is on point. But the average depth of the ocean is 4,000 meters. Okay. Now you want to know that's crazy because it's like 4,000 meters. But you want to know how much of the world is covered by something that doesn't even go deeper than 500 meters? I think it's like something. It's definitely over 50%. Definitely over 50% of the world is like the trenches.
Sciencey, my brother.
Yeah.
I don't, you gotta walk me down. I'm
Yeah.
very lost.
So basically, like we're land, right?
Right.
And so there's all that water and shit like that. But
Yeah.
how deep does the water go?
Yeah, no, it's
You feel
there.
me?
Yeah.
And so, and I'm pretty sure you guys are aware that there's a certain depth where we can't even get anything down there because
we
the pressure.
go down there.
Yeah,
Too much
because
pressure and
there's
no
too much
light.
pressure and there's no light. But we just figured out that there's actually life living down there because with new technology we've been able to go deeper and deeper each time. And so we figured out like, damn, there's actually things that can live down here with no light because without
No
light
light.
there can't be light. But
Yeah,
they just proved it.
evolution.
And so my thing is the average depth is 4,000, right? But like I want to say like over 50-60% of the oceans in the world, like they don't like the average depth is like 500 meters. But there's something called the Mariana Trenches.
Mm-hmm.
The Mariana Trenches extend up to like I want to say 11,000 to even maybe 17,000 meters.
And so does that not kind of debunk y'all fucking shit we just were talking about?
As far as what?
The core of the earth? Nigga?
So you said
No, the Earth is much more big than.
No, look, think of though. This is not my shit. Y'all can fact check me all the shit. They said basically if we was to grind the Earth into like a cubic ball or whatever, bruh, they said it would be the smoothest object that you've ever seen type shit, bruh. Because the depth, like you just said, and everything else is evenly proportioned.
Okay, so
If that makes sense, I'm not all the way. I don't know.
I know I'm saying you're wrong, but where you going with that statement?
Yeah, my thing is like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
So that basically, to me, what it's kind of sound like is okay. Say you got what is it like I don't know how to even you feel me for whatever boot like this type shit, nigga. Yeah, that's not a good example, bro.
It's not.
It's not a good example, bro. You lost me right at the
Nigga,
beginning.
if it's basically it's trying to say like if it's nothing in that point of the depth, when you put if it's higher up, that same point is on the opposite end is less on the inside. So if like you go in, you close it all together basically, bro. It's a smooth ball. It's a smooth cube, nigga. The earth to us looks like it's unproportioned. You go to the Grand Canyon, shit look uneven, all the shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? But if you proportion everything, you close it together, bro. It's a smooth ball, bro. It's exactly proportioned, like the exact way.
I get that, but
You
what
know
does
what I'm saying?
that have to do with the
Yeah,
core?
that's my question too. Like, what does that have to do with like the hollow core theory?
I'm saying, damn.
And then
yeah.
honestly, why you think about some shit like that, bro? Like,
What you mean?
Why you want us to die? Like,
Ain't
why?
nobody. How that? What they got?
Why you want the earth to be
I
a
got another
perfect
question
sphere?
though.
Love is a spirit. It's not
Johnny
a spirit.
said.
And how big would that shit be?
So
Shit, I don't know. I'm just saying, bro. That's just an example, bro. But go ahead, man, bro.
You made it seem like it was
my
gonna be like
question
a
for
big ass-
Johnny is: so you know how you said the ocean at that certain place goes 17,000 meters deep. Do you think the ocean gets? You said, but you don't think it gets deep enough to touch the core, though.
Absolutely.
No, of course
not.
not.
That's not even
But
like
if it
5.
goes
That's
that
not
deep,
even like
do you
5%
think
of
it's
the depth.
The core is hella deep.
It
Like,
is super deep, bro.
Planet
Like, we
is
on a large ass
thick.
planet, bro. Because if the planet's gonna be a sphere, a
planet
lot of
is
people be
bigger
like,
than
well, why
Lizzo.
can't I see
So how the
curve?
fuck is we most covered up with
So,
water, nigga?
let's-
How they
let's-
saying most of the planet is made out of water, nigga, and it ain't going that deep?
Huh?
How are they saying most of our planet is made up of water, bro? If it's only going 5% of the surface, nigga, it's clearly not made of water. Nigga should be made of
I
rock.
just said
Because
that.
we're talking about livable habitat because we don't live inside our Earth. We can't live inside. We live on the surface of it.
But
So it's
That's not
Earth
surface.
is
you're basically
water.
saying. So
You're not saying the Earth is all water. It's the surface.
So. I mean, damn. I don't even go ahead.
Retract your statement.
So let me
You say
just.
something, nigga. You already look like
Let me
motherfucking Tyrese. Nigga, got the waist deep. Goddamn.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving this topic, but let me just make something clear. So when we talk about it's a water planet, we're talking about surface because our mindset is we don't live underground. Like we don't think of any species live underground. Even if there are some animals that live underground, they don't live ground more than fucking like 100 feet. They don't. And so when we think about animals, I'm talking about animals, like ground animals.
How do you know?
Well, maybe not, but insects.
Well, I mean, insects, yeah. Insects, but I'm talking about some real mammals. I'm talking about intelligent life, though. And so when we think about that, we think about our way of living. So we're surface dwellers. That's what we are. We're not ocean
Who's to
dwellers.
say we are intelligent living?
Nigga, we are definitely intelligent, bro.
talking
What the
right
fuck?
now,
Nigga, we're having a conversation, bro.
Yeah, but
That's intellect.
no, yeah, but okay. Look, think about it. If people judging shit on, you just said we got a whole universe, bruh.
Yeah.
What if we the last motherfuckers to the party,
Bro,
bruh?
I'm
to get to that bitch.
Hey, look, I'm
Now are we intelligent, bruh? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, now
we intelligent, bruh. If we get here, we walk in this bitch like, hey, what's up, nigga? We intelligent. Nigga, you niggas is 5 billion years late there. Or 5 billion. You feel me?
I'm gonna hit you with this call. It's actually
Well, we how to be intelligent like now.
I'm talking to you because he's angry right now.
Nah, I am, bro, because I feel like I'm being attacked. That's what I love most, bro. I like to be on the opposite.
Let me
end.
educate you.
That's the debate, you feel
Look,
me?
so I'm gonna teach you something, my brother. So
Please,
this is actually an
teach yourself
Einstein.
first.
This is an Einstein taught lesson right here. Everything is based off the theory of relativity. So in the theory of relativity, you are relative to humans. We are intelligent. Relative to this planet, we are intelligent. Now, if you take us out this planet, we might not be intelligent,
But
but
you
that's
just
their
said relative to humans. How can we say that when we aren't even comparing
Because
ourselves
we're comparing
to
to
others
ourselves.
outside of
comparing it to
our-
our
But you don't know
own
other
standards.
aliens.
But that's like
We're not saying we're talking about us. We're not talking about
Like,
other
for example,
life forms.
we
Like
just
they
did
have their
earlier.
own opinion, and of course we can have our own opinion. But as far as like our opinion as a whole, because nothing will be like. Don't you think shit is true when the majority of people think?
But
it's
we already
true?
say we.
Right?
Everybody says the majority of society is stupid.
I'll make it simple for you.
Or not stupid, but ignorant, or not aware, or you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that doesn't mean they're not
If the majority
intelligent.
of society is on that type of time. How
Let
can
me
we?
let me make it simple for you for the theory of relativity. Like, for example, relative to this group of people, Marjani is hella tall. He hella tall. But you put him in a basketball NBA team, he's like average height. Maybe it's like
No, the nigga's still tall.
He's
That's my
6'8".
point.
You 6'8"?
The nigga's still tall. This nigga Bam Adebayo is 6'8".
Yeah,
That nigga's playing
But
center.
nigga, you know, Lakers nigga got nigga.
So that's not a good example, though, is what I'm
I'm saying, but to us, he's hella tall. To them, he's like, okay, you alright.
Okay, now if
Average height.
Okay, now for example, now if we was to say if he had a room of Elon Musk and cause that nigga to me he's for sure smart as hell. I can't deny that. Somebody say who else? Two other people that's smart, Einstein and somebody else maybe. You get what I'm saying? Now if them niggas just be in the room and say we're artificial intelligence, you get what I'm saying? We're all smart as hell in this room.
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, they might say something like that,
call
right?
Elon Musk stupid. Like, nigga, we smarter than you.
But how can we say that as a like I don't know?
I was saying, but going off the theory of relative, it is. What are you comparing it to?
Exactly.
So like, I'm a big dude, but compared to somebody at 300 pounds, I'm little.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay, here's my comparison though.
Relative. So we're comparing it to human beings.
How can we compare? How
So
can we say
listen,
we're
listen.
intelligent life form? We comparing us to each other.
Well, actually, no.
That doesn't make no sense.
We're trying to say
Wait,
animals.
Narcisse, let me get this. I'm just ask you this. So the
then
theory of relativity, right? So the reason we're comparing ourselves is because we're comparing ourselves to what we know. Is there anything else on this planet that is more intelligent than humans?
Okay.
No.
Fuck no, because if they were, then they would be running this shit.
You're right. That's facts.
And
That's
so
facts.
that's what the theory of relativity is.
intelligent.
Now we're saying I'm not saying that we're smart enough like
But
for
that's
other universes, but we
But-
don't know that. We're talking about the realm of what we know
Damn.
and what we've
And that's
experienced.
I could not said that better. If the realm is relative to what we know, we are
But that's
responsible.
what that's what I was talking about. And that's what we was talking about. We are talking about the shit we don't know.
Exactly.
We talking in
How
the
do we
place
talk
of
about
like
shit we
we
don't
talking
know?
in the place of like we know is what I'm saying.
Nigga, is it aliens?
But we don't know what aliens fucking bruh.
But y'all just
Well,
both
There is a very, very, very high chance that they don't speak the same language as us. So if we even were to communicate, we don't know we don't know our gestures.
So
we
does
don't
that not
even
make
know
us
what
not
their
look like
fucking
the least
body is
intelligent
like.
of the
Well,
species?
they might be. You just assume our aliens are smarter than us.
Yeah.
If them niggas is coming to our shit,
Well,
you
they
know what
haven't
I'm
came to our
saying?
shit yet.
If I'm able to come to this, you feel me? If
Have they
this-
came to our shit yet?
That is true. I heard there's already aliens in society.
And that's my point. If they are already on our society, and that's going a little bit too
The
crazy,
next
you know what I'm
question
saying?
is this.
How can we say we intelligent life form?
The Columbus theory is if aliens already exist in our society. Why haven't they tried to take over? They're already more intelligent.
Hey, fuck. What if they are? Shit, we don't know.
So Trump an alien?
You don't know, nigga. That's
The
why
fuck?
I'm not going crazy. This is
The
going
nigga's
all the way
not
on
rational.
attention, bro. But
That's the whole point, bro.
huh?
So all the higher up leaders are aliens. That's why we have.
I never said that all the higher up leaders.
So
Bro, you talking like you just know, nigga. We never been to none of these conversations, meetings, none of that shit. You talking like they got your best interest.
I'm not saying
at
I
that.
know. I'm not saying I know, but from what I do know, niggas
What do you know,
Bro, I seen it in this
I
one
can know, so I
movie.
can feel a little bit more.
Well, what do you know?
feel me?
You saying we don't know, but you say because we don't know, they must be it. That's what
I
you
never
saying.
said that.
That's a
I
hard-
never
I'm
said.
saying, nigga,
I
you're
never
guilty
said
to
because we
nigga.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm saying they're innocent to proving guilty, nigga. So if I don't prove
Yeah,
that
that's
they're
very
aliens,
kind of you. I'm not on that. You're guilty to proving
so they
innocent.
also
nigga.
present as alien.
No, no, I never said that,
innocent.
nigga. I'm not saying that. I didn't say that, but I'm saying, nigga, I
What
don't
you
trust
saying?
the government, bro. You trust the government, bro. That's
No,
cool,
we're talking
bro.
about aliens and other shit.
We talking about conspiracies, nigga, as a whole. Nigga.
That's the whole thing.
Conspiracies are just lies.
He just said aliens are living amongst us. I'm saying, okay, if they are, then why haven't we seen any signs of it? Have you seen any signs? I've seen signs of alien.
Not personally.
Because I haven't seen signs of alien. That's how I know.
Not personally.
Because you probably closest thing to alien. You look like the motherfucking cockroach and the fucking man in black. What's the
You're
what's the
the
little?
only one sitting here without a neck, bro. If anything, you're the most alien.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They look like built like you, nigga. Like what's the little things, the little bug things? You know what I'm talking about? They talk shit to each other. You know what I'm talking about? The little bug things. Talk shit to each other.
You're sitting here on the neck.
I gotta clearly define this. But
He said they clearly fire neck. That nigga got scientific as fuck.
I'm not gonna lie, you got a Thanos neck, bro. You got the kind of a neck where you
But
snap
it's
your
a
fingers.
neck, nigga. I'm not like this nigga smushed up there. I got a neck, nigga. You can grab my neck. It's different.
But it's
you
like-
got a long ass. Nigga,
But it's different because other people's neck, like for example, my neck is identified as a neck, but yours is just an extension of your
You got a
torso.
DSL neck, nigga. A dick sucking neck, nigga.
You're gay. Whoa! Throw in the rainbow. You know why the fuck did you bring that into the conversation?
They got a
Nothing
DSN.
had to do with
You
that.
got a DSN, bro.
This nigga's over here thinking sexually. I tell you.
They're like girls got dick sucking lips. They got a nigga dick sucking neck.
Why? You, bro? The question is, why are you looking at me like that, though?
I was letting you know. We talking about necks.
Nah, nigga.
That's your category, nigga.
Nah, nigga, bro.
Alright, bro, you got, hey, bro.
You just gonna let this nigga talk to me like that?
Hey, what I'm saying is this, bro. Back into the conversation, bro. I would say I believe aliens do exist out there, but until I see a motherfucking alien or proof of an alien, nigga, they haven't reached us yet. Because when they do reach us, they will take over.
But how you know what aliens look
But you called me an alien before?
I'm saying, how you know
How you know I'm
this
not
nigga
an
not an
alien?
alien, bro? The whole
Nigga,
species.
you like, cause nigga,
That nigga thought back to the deep
Let me play.
Can look like you.
If I was an alien, I would never been running his ass over this whole time. They would have been trying to kill me.
But what if you have to play dead,
What
bro?
is
So
this part of my question?
Clark Kent?
Yeah, so
Superman,
we
yeah, play
Flash,
that.
nigga.
So what are you waiting for? You was alien. What are you waiting for?
Because
That
I'm
right
trying
when
to
you
study
said the wrong
you,
shit,
know?
you
You've
would
been
slick
here
those
for
crackers.
24 years, and it's still special.
Damn.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Bucko. Even if I was an alien, how do you know that 24 years is a long time relative to that fucking alien?
Oh my god, yeah, that is a great point. That is.
Hey,
No, they made another point though. We keep thinking about.
Who is they?
Yeah, who the fuck is they, bro?
I don't want to.
You got a squad?
No, I be talking to people. I be talking. My nigga Phil and Sin, you get what I'm saying? My nigga, who else? What's her name? Graham Hancock.
This nigga got
Joe Rogan.
Hey, what y'all call,
Y'all
bro?
wanna look
What
up,
y'all
bruh?
call?
You say Grand Man and what?
Graham Hancock, bruh. If y'all want to look up Joe Rogan, Young Pharaoh.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Don't Do That Chat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And
Yes, sir.
please go ahead and comment. We love those comments. Let us know what you're thinking. But in the meantime, until next time, don't do that.
Don't
Cut
do
it
that.
out. Keep telling you, cut it out. But tune in though.
The crossbow.
Like a nigga
Fuck
from
yeah, I'm
nigga
gonna go
$100.
anime
Nigga
on that
$200.
His
Nigga.
ass. Feel me? Some kunai.
Kunai, you don't even know they don't even know the kunai is. They look at you. What's a
You don't
kunai?
know the kunai?
He don't watch anime. He ain't with it.
I don't know.
Hey, all my anime lovers, bro,
Kunai.
comment in the chat. I need to know you're here, bro.
Man, anime lovers, pop out.
Bro, you ain't an anime lover, bro. Nah, bro.
I was, bro, as a kid, bro.
You walk.
How y'all feel about that?
What?
That nigga retarded, bro. That nigga gotta stop doing drugs, bro. That nigga retarded.
Hey, nigga, don't do no edibles. Smoke you no weed. Man.
I told you my weed was fire.
Oh, what? What?
You smoke my weed, bro. Yes, sir.
No, it's the
I think
it's the combination of the two, bro.
Nigga, I'm on. Nigga, I'm loaded. You already know. I'm really out here zoned.
Oh, fuck it up, bro.
That nigga
Hey, we have no rights to this content. We don't know what that is.